we're now on the third day of our trip to Lithuania, visiting Vilnius, and today we have found a very beautiful tourist attraction in Trakai. And we're now standing here with our tourist guide of today, Giedrius, and he's going to tell us something about this castle. Please, can you tell us something about the history of this castle?
From what I know, the castle was built like in the 14th century, and we had a knight called Kęstutis who built this castle, and this castle is very famous. And as you can see, the castle is of extraordinary beauty, and that's why everybody should come and visit Lithuania.
But if I look at the castle, it looks quite new. It doesn't look like 6 centuries old. It looks like it has been rebuilt. I see like 2 different layers here. Can you explain us something about that?
Well, you know, in the old days, those people from Germany, they tried to brought Christianity to Lithuania, and we were defending. And of course, the castle, we couldn't leave it in like, we cannot show you ruins. We had to rebuild a little bit so that the castle would look like a real castle now.
Okay. So it's kind of artificially rebuilt.
Yes.
So the Germans were trying to bring Christianity to Lithuania. Right. So what's wrong with the Christian religion?
Well, that's another issue. I don't think we should discuss this on TV.
For us, there's no problem. You can say everything you want. You're in Holland.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against Christianity, just religion, and that's it. So, well, Lithuania was the last pagan country in Europe, and that's what we can be proud about.
If you look at the structure of the castle, is it like in a four-sided or pentagon or a hexagon? I cannot really see it from here. Maybe you can explain to us.
I think it's a four-sided castle, but we should go to the island and walk around and see for ourselves.
I don't really see a drawbridge, you know, because in the castles, the distinct castles that we have visited with this program already in France, and especially in France and in Belgium, these castles always have a drawbridge. This one doesn't have a drawbridge.
Well, not that I know of.
Or was it destroyed?
I can't answer this question. We have to get in and see.
Okay. So the lake is very beautiful here. Is it in the winter? Is it frozen?
Yes, of course. And we have some attractions and events happening on the ice of this lake in the winter.
So people should also visit it not only in the summer but also in the winter.
Of course.
But if you have so many lakes for skating, why is the Lithuanian skating population so low?
Skating population?
Yes, well, you have no world championship in skating, for example.
The ice hockey team is only decent. It's not so good. Well, the skating is... We don't have many arenas where you can practice skating. And, you know, in wintertime we just 2 months of that you have ice where you can skate without danger of falling into the water.
Okay, I understand. What about fishing here? Is it allowed to fish here?
I don't think it is allowed. I don't know if it's allowed to fish in this lake, but there are many lakes in Lithuania, and you just have to have a permit and you can fish anywhere, almost anywhere you want.
I would expect here that you have also, because what is the name of this lake?
Galvas.
Galvas. Is it also like the monster of Lake Galvas? Like the Loch Ness monster?
We don't have a monster yet, but who knows?
Well, it's always a good reason for attracting the tourists to invent something like this.
That's why we will have to think about some, you know, mysteries from the past, and then try to connect it to the lake and stuff like that. But currently, no mysteries.
Maybe we can ask our viewers to help on this and think of some crazy or weird monster from the past, or maybe like a space shuttle that kind of fell from the sky and fell into this lake. But
I think, well, viewers could send us some ideas of what we could do, and we perhaps can develop a marketing plan for the future. So,
and we could split our profits, of course.
I think we can agree on some percentage, of course.
Maybe we should take a closer look at this beautiful castle now, after we've received the background information from our tour guide Giedrius. We have crossed another very beautiful wooden bridge, And we're now almost entering this this castle. I personally think it's very artificial. I don't really like it that much. But let's ask our tour guide Giedrus about it. What do you think?
Well, you know, the main criteria for castles is not how beautiful it is, but how strong it is. So, I mean, enemies could... It should be difficult for enemies to conquer the castle, and the purpose was not to make the castle to be beautiful for you, but to be inaccessible for enemies. That's my answer.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. I heard there was even an index defining the strength of castles against enemy penetration. And I heard that this is one of the top on the list. But there's one castle in Lithuania that's even stronger than this one. Have you heard about that castle?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
We shall look it up in the book. What about Latvian castles? What are they like compared to this one?
If you look at that research you mentioned, it's like if the index is from 1 to 10, so this one has 8.7.
Yeah, that's true.
And the best Latvian castle, I think it's only 5.2.
That's a big difference. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. So what else can you tell us about the outside of this castle?
I think we should go inside. There's not that much to discuss about the outside.
Okay, but viewers, if we look from left, there, from left to the right, we should have 4 big corners and central entrance. What I personally noticed, is that the entrance is not very big. It looks like maybe one small carriage can go through, but it's not like the big entrances you see in the Lord of the Rings castles. So that's a little bit surprising. You see the 2 types of stones, the old and the new type. And you see the very beautiful tiled roof. Can you tell us something more about what's on top of the roof over there? See that? Viewers, please look at the top of that roof. It doesn't look like a flag, it looks like some kind of symbol. Pagan symbols. Okay, what is that?
Yeah, well, it's... well, I can't really see what exactly is pictured in this one, but you know, fire and wind are one of the most common symbols that we used in the early days.
Yeah.
So I think, and the sun as well. So
it's like already some of the elements.
Yeah, basic elements.
Okay. Did they worship the sun, the pagans?
I think they did.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit about the pagan religion later on when we go into the castle, okay? Viewers, thank you very much. Let's go into now the castle for the next step.